Welcome to some science academy classes, and in this video uh, we are going to discuss what is Newton's first law of motion, and we will try to apply it in some cases in the real life scenarios. So the Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. Now in the previous video we have discussed what is inertia. Inertia is property of an object by which it continues to remain in state of rest or continues to remain in state of motion or will not change its direction unless and until some external force acts on it. And that is exactly the Newton's first law of motion. So Newton's first law of motion states that, so we can write that it states that object will continue to be in rest or we say that object will continue to be in uniform motion in a straight line. Object will continue to, let's see, to be in the uniform motion we have already discussed in previous chapter. When an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time in a straight line, we say this is in uniform motion. So the object will continue to be in state of rest or object will continue to be in uniform motion and here it should be in a straight line unless, so this is possible only unless and until some external force acts on it. This is what exactly was discussed in inertia. So that's why we call Newton's first law of inertia as well. Now let's consider an example. Let's say this is a block on a surface which is stationary. So this is stationary, and when we apply a force from this direction, this will start moving in this direction. So this will continue to remain at rest unless some external force acts on it. So this is the first example where a block or an object at rest will continue to be in rest unless some external force acts on it. So when external force is zero, this object will continue to be at rest. Next example would be, let's say we throw a ball on the ground. Let's say this is the horizontal ground and we throw a ball on the ground. We apply the dark force from this direction, and after some time, the ball will come to rest because the force of friction is stopping the ball. So unless and until some external force, so this is the external force that stops the moving ball. This is the external force that keeps the stationary object moving. So this is the Newton's first law of motion, which is also called law of inertia. So basically, it exhibits the inherent property, that is the inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. So unless and until some external force acts on it, the object will continue to be in rest or will continue to move in a straight line. Here the force which stops a moving object is force of friction. So this is the Newton's first law of motion, and let's move on to the next topic. And thank you for watching.